Why creative people find it really hard to become financially free. Guys, this is Erico here, and I'm in the beautiful, beautiful south of France in Nice, and I just thought I'd put this video together because this thought just crossed my mind. And me being a creative person myself, you know, I went to art college. I was always the creative type with loads of ideas, the ideas person. And you know, ideas people always think that they are everything. They think that I know it all, I know what I want to do, I've got this huge vision, and I want to do everything. And what I see with a lot of ideas people and creative people is that they have so many ideas, they just keep going on and on and on. And it just so happens that a lot of ideas people, a lot of creative people are also perfectionists. Now, I don't know if you can resonate with that, any of you out there, perfectionists, I feel you, because I used to be exactly the same. Perfectionists find it very hard to get stuff done, to actually be productive, to actually get results. And the reason behind it is because they get so hung over one thing and trying to perfect it. And while they're trying to perfect it, what happens is their creativity also kicks in, and they think of new ideas. And they're always thinking of new ideas. I find a lot of business people like that too. Business people, what they do, they kind of like, I have another idea for a business, and then they want to invest in like a million things. Invest in this, invest in that, and they think, okay, don't put all your eggs in one basket. But what you don't realize is that that doesn't actually work, because most people, you find the most successful people out there, the most wealthiest people out there, when they first started out, they put all the eggs in one basket. They just did one thing until they made and became financially free. Then they could scatter the eggs a little bit, you know. And so when you just start out, understand one thing: where focus goes, energy flows, and results show. What does that mean? It means what you focus on expands. If you focus on 5 things at once, your energy is dispersed across 5 things. If you focus on one thing, it's more likely to be able to create a result in that one thing. Now, so there's 2 things I would, give in terms of advice for people who are, number 1, creative, the second, perfectionist. Number 1 is that creative minds out there, what you need to do is you also need to be good at also the boring shit. And what does that mean? It means when you have a creative mind, you always want to do different things. You're probably, variety is probably one of your high needs there. But you need to be able to also be consistent, because consistency is key. So when you do something, you need to stick by that one thing until it builds a strong foundation, it gets some results, it gets consistent results. Then you allow your creative mind to add on to that. So build that strong platform first. That's very, very important. Strong foundations, right, will give you that sustainability. Otherwise, you'll be all over the place all the time and always scattered. The second point is about perfectionists. Understand one thing: there is no such thing as perfect. If there was such thing as perfect, I mean, think about this: is the iPhone 7, is that perfect? No. Was the iPhone 1 perfect? Well, no, because otherwise there would be no iPhone 2, right? Nothing is ever perfect. And I was actually speaking to a writer recently, and she was like, oh, I'm writing my book, but I'm kind of like, every time I get back to it, I keep writing more about my journey and my story. I said, you know what you need to do? You need to set yourself a logical deadline and then write as much as you can till that date and just get it out there, because you can't perfect your story. You can't perfect your life. I mean, when can you write your life story? I mean, you'll have to wait until you're dead, right? It doesn't make any sense, because it's not complete. It's not perfect. But perfect does not exist. If perfect existed, then there would be no room for growth. There would be no room for that next level, that next step, that next place of innovation for you to be able to develop yourself and your products and your services. So don't try to perfect things. Set a deadline and just get it out there. And then when you want to make a better version, make that the 2.0, make that the next version. Anyway, guys, I hope you found this video useful. I'm going to head off to my flight back to London. I've got an event this weekend in London. So, guys, I just hope you found that useful. If you found that useful, make sure to tag somebody on this, comment on this, give it a share. If there's any questions you have, give it a comment below, and I'll put these answers, I'll see what are the common questions, and I'm going to put it out into the next video. Anyway, guys, bye from me, from the beautiful south of France. God bless you all.